Hello, and welcome back to Hidden Gems and Other Oddities with me, Darcy Bits. This is Paradise Killer. Hi. With me today is V, as always. How are you doing?
Doing good. Nice.
We're gonna continue where we left off.
Paradise Killer.
Paradise Killer. That's us.
Yeah, we're the Paradise Killers.
No, we're not. This picture is us.
Oh yeah, it is us, yeah.
That's Lady Love Dies.
Yeah. I like this game, like the 2D art. The 3D art, does its job, but 2D art is nice.
Yeah, heck yeah. Alright, so last time we left off, we were here, we talked to this guard who said they wouldn't let us in, so we, and the door won't open, so, yeah.
Wait, there's something, shoot, I probably saw a glimpse of something, but I can't tell you where.
Oops.
Oh, good job.
I'm over here now. I do want to follow that, though, and see where it goes, so. Anyway, this is Doomjazz's yacht.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Previously, I said I really want to talk to everyone before I talk to anyone a second time.
But also, you don't want to talk to Henry Division?
And I want to talk to Henry Division last. But I do not recall if I have talked to Akiko.
Well, okay, let's go talk. I think she's in the same place.
She called us. I don't think I talked to her. Other than the phone call, I mean. But let's see if we have any, information. Yeah, we don't have any information, really. Right? We have this witness's testimony of her alibi. But if we go to our other people, they have their own testimonies to their alibis. So we must not have actually talked to her, right? Yeah? See? Makes sense?
Yeah.
So that is my understanding.
Wait, who do we have alibi breakers for? I kind of want to look at that.
Ooh, let's see. So, do we have
I saw someone.
Curzon says she was in her hideout all night, but no one can corroborate that. Because she was in her hideout all night. The Syndicate HQ logs. Henry doesn't appear in the Syndicate HQ logs, so he didn't pass through the main entrance. This is the only way he could have got to the council building by himself. Does this prove he had help? Well, we haven't talked to him yet, so I don't know. No breakers here. No breakers here. A lot of aloe. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's also true. So other than not wanting to go back to everyone until we've gone to everybody, I do want to go take people's phones back to them, because we did run the numbers.
Okay.
So that's something we could do. But I think we need to find Grand Marshal Akiko, who I believe I don't actually know where is, apparently.
There she is. She's behind the marshal.
Yeah.
See?
I do see. I mostly meant, it turns out I didn't know where she was without looking, and I was hoping that I was going to just open up the UI looking straight at her.
Oh, is there something below that bridge? If I saw a door there, down under this bridge.
There might be.
Maybe we're shaking out. Or, it's just fine. It's kind of insignificant. Oh, they put something there. It must be something important there, but no. That's just the scan.
I mean, it's a lovely walkway.
Yeah. Nice lighting, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Weird humming sound in my apartment suddenly.
No, that's the game. I hear it too.
Oh, you're right. It's this.
Yeah.
Wow, I really thought that was real. All right.
How realistic.
That door's already open. Good. Well, that makes me feel a lot better. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Alright, so she's over there with Henry. So perfect. Great. You don't think you saw this. These bars on the prison bridge have been destroyed.
That's it.
I presume this is how Henry got out. The desolation cell is connected to the mainland by this bridge. Some residue, I'll run it through Starlight, which I've already done. I don't know why it's replaying this. Residue sample, 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene, acrylonitrile. No traces of unknown chemicals found.
What the hell?
Starlight says this is thermite. Doesn't seem to be demonic in nature.
Sure.
Someone may have melted through these bars. So we already saw that, but what I think is funny about it is this is kind of the only way on here now.
Oh, can you do that Nightmare Computer now? I think
I already did that Nightmare Computer. This door leads to the barracks, secure tunnel to the desolation cell where Henry is incarcerated. It is coded only to Akiko's blood vial. So, what's funny about this is that when I came here earlier, because you weren't here that day, this tunnel was not extended. I had to use the Nightmare Computer to extend it, and I came in through this way. But now that it's extended, the only way in is through this broken hole.
Okay.
Like, as a player, that's what I have to do.
Okay, I guess so, yeah.
Cool. Hi, Killer Whale. Nice seeing you in chat.
Is it Marshall?
Yeah, he just says...
Yeah. Get the heck out.
Let's see.
What?
Killer Whale says, probably going to fall asleep, but until then, we're chilling with you in paradise. Nice. So good to see you're here. We're walking through a big tunnel, and I could technically run, but you know what? I'm just enjoying the sights. Also slightly off center. That's
why is alt-tabbing so hard these days?
I don't feel like it is, but okay.
It isn't, but weirdly I'm having trouble with it.
Look at this.
Against odds. Oh, sorry. Ooh, yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, wow. There's like...
bisexual lighting.
It very much is bisexual lighting, and I'm here for it. Desolation Cell, 24th Island Sequence. Breathing life back into paradise. And this is part of the reason why I wanted to talk to Henry last. It's a long way.
Okay.
Alright. Wow. This is cool. This is suitably dramatic. I like it.
Hi.
And I'm going to ruin everything by jumping all over the place. Fast travel unlocked. Bridge to nowhere. This bridge appears when the planets align. Those who walk across the bridge travel to a new reality, trapped there when the bridge disappears. Or that's true. Well, time to jump on everything. Wow, it is different over here.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So just to like know where we're going, that's where the actual friends are. That is where we were.
What's that icon over there?
Wait, where? What? That's a Nightmare Computer. That's a Nightmare Computer.
Oh, did we do that one?
No. We might have. I think we had to get here in the first place, but I could.
Okay.
Hard to say. Well.
Yeah, let's go on the platform just because it's like it's just so we don't have to backtrack. It's like there's no like way to get back.
Sorry, what was the question?
Maybe walk on the platform.
What?
The walkway, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm avoiding it because that's the kind of gamer I am.
Okay.
But, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was like, maybe it goes so far we can't jump up. I guess like when I go to a new place, I tend to go on the intended path before we're looking for secrets.
Yeah, I never do.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you know, I will say, absolutely love the game Shelter. Such a good game. Highly recommend it. Oh, is that Akiko? Cool.
No.
And I think I ruined the sequel for myself by not going, like, in the directed path. Like, I tried to wander, and the game just is not designed to support that, and I just didn't play that game, basically. I should give it another shot. Shelter was such a good game that it just feels like a shame to not. Okay, so that's the prison. And there's Akiko. She just stands here all day?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so. some birds.
Yes, sir?
Ah, there they are. Hello.
Hi.
Alright. It's time.
Nenorocito.
Oh, did you?
I did not. She just started talking to me, yeah.
Okay.
Nenorocito? Is that what she said?
Tito, I think, but yeah.
Nenorocito.
What the hell?
Pardon? I'm calling you something unspeakable in my native language.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Ah, good to see you again, Akiko. Grand Marshal Akiko 14, born in... I don't know why it's not doing the voice. Usually there's a little bit of sound. Born in... Mihai? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Mihai.
Mihai? Mihai de Romania in AD 991 under the sign of New Knight. The Grand Marshal recruits, trains, and leads her marshals in any military activity the Syndicate performs. Akiko was born an orphan in Mihai de Romania during the regime of the gods. She was drafted into the army of New Knight as Damned Harmony's forces pushed across Eastern Europe. At age 13, she was leading guerrilla operations after excelling at hand-to-hand and weapon-based combat. When the Great Betrayal happened, she fled to join the Syndicate. New Knight had given her a home and a purpose. She had no intention of forsaking her god. I'll brief you on the murder. Innocent until proven guilty, or compliant, play along. Let's be compliant. She seems...
Yeah. Alright, thanks.
Sure.
I'm listening.
Check.
Oh, come on, give me some more than that, game. Come on. There's always a first time for some, I suppose. Henry the Vision has been incarcerated for a decade. Before his incarceration, he was arrested multiple times for arson, robbery, assault, and attempted celestial rituals.
Mm.
He had been under watch by his school and served a short jail time for attempting to communicate with the gods of a failed ritual. Okay. 1 year later, he succeeded in communicating with the gods. Demons poured in through the psychic pathways he opened. Henry was possessed by a demon, killed his mother in their apartment. We arrested him, but he had already tainted the island. We sealed off the area around his apartment, the concrete sarcophagus over the dead zone. I've been there. It's nice. The dead... Henry resisted arrest and murdered our chief exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. He's been kept here in the desolation cell full of inhibitors ever since. So I remember in our notes we have Grace Bloodlines as like a murder that may or may not be related to this one, but it happened like 10 years ago, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah.
How?
So how did he escape? I removed him from his cell and took him to the ritual stone. The blood pools in the recesses of the stone and stops the tainted liquid from touching the island.
That Labajiu.
That Labeju, that Jew, took his chance when I opened the cell. He pushed me aside, and then he was gone. This was at 23:52.
Wait, how?
How what?
Yeah, it seems like
It would take more than 2 minutes to get there?
No, it seems like how did he just overpower her if she's like this accomplished warrior?
Well,
and like,
let's ask. Suspicion, lack of injuries, or surprise her recall. Is that saying, like, you are recalling this extremely accurately? It sounds practiced. Is that what I'm saying here? That's what it sounds like I'm saying. I want to say lack of injuries. It seems like I'm with you, B.
Got it.
You appear uninjured. This is Masahiro Heavy Industries Bleeding Edge Shikagawa Power Armor. How? I don't really care about the armor. I care about how... Yeah, exactly. You're in armor.
How?
So, how did he get past you? My posture was incorrect. He caught me off balance. That is suspicious.
The investigator is here.
How did Henry get a murder weapon? He took my combat knife. Uh-huh. When he escaped, in the struggle, he grabbed my knife. Okay. Did he attack you? No, he took it and ran.
Where?
Where did you find him?
Ești pe bune?
Outside the council building. At...
You must have the night.
yeah. 03. He was passed out. The demon did its work and left him broken. He had the knife with him. I attempted to secure the crime scene, but was unable to. We are not able to traverse the second holy seal.
Și asta ce înseamnă?
Thanks. Atrebius said, "Hey, Aduni, Naibi," and wrap this up so we can execute him and go to the next island, Love Dice.
Crime cannot hide.
Our orders are to investigate before we execute him.
I'll kill you!
Don't drag this out. Do your work, and let me do mine.
Alright, I'll kill you!
Yeah, exactly. Here's my report about last night.
That labagiu.
And the report on that Labagiu's history. Dr. Doomjazz left his medical report with me as well. Take it. Doomjazz examined Henry. When we found him, we called the doctor. Standard practice to get him examined. Speak to Doomjazz if you want to know more.
Goodbye, nenorocito.
Okay.
Ah.
This is Dr. Doomjazz's medical report for Henry. Sorry. Doomjazz examined him last night after his arrest. Syndicate Health Assessment Document Citizen version.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Examination instructions state that citizens should be examined but not administer medication or care beyond what is necessary. Patient's body is strong but fatigued, shows clear signs of possession, scarring, burns, arcane sigils. Blood work shows no sign of abnormalities or intoxication.
That's weird.
That's weird. Gets me every time, I love that. Patient had visible blood around the mouth. Tests show this blood matches several victims of the council murder.
The investigator is here.
Further samples confirm that blood was ingested via the mouth and within the stomach of the patient, likely ingested during the attack. We knew that. Patient appears free from mental illness but is suffering from amnesia, a common side effect of demonic possession. Patient has no memory of the decade since his possession. Patient doesn't remember anything about the events of tonight. Collapse most likely due to extreme exhaustion from overexertion.
I hate demons.
During the patient's possession 10 years ago, arcane sigils were seared into his flesh by the possessing demon. These symbols were found drawn in blood at the crime scene, which we also saw. Since no exorcism was performed 10 years ago, Henry has been tortured by the demon contained within him. Right, they didn't exorcise the demon, they just had him imprisoned, imprisoning the demon as well. Interesting.
Sure.
During prior examinations, the patient has complained about the white-hot rage inside of him. The patient's body had the correct dosage of demonic inhibitors. My final assessment is that the demon within the patient managed to overcome the inhibitors at a crucial moment. The patient escaped under the will of the demon with no memory of it having happened.
Got it.
Well, everything checks out. So it's still entirely possible that Henry did do the murder, but again, he's the murder weapon. He's not the murderer, right? Like, right? If he is, if he killed them at all, which it seems, I mean, it does seem pretty likely. But I feel like this is a story about going, who set the events into motion, not who actually, you know, held the knife, right? So, can we actually get more out of Akiko? Because that scene just happened without us saying hi.
Yeah, let's talk to her.
And likewise, can we actually talk to Henry? Looks like we can. Cool.
Oh, wait, there's an exam back there, though.
Yeah, there's this. Yeah, I'll look at it. I'm gonna do one thing at a time. Killwhale in chat says, "You're pretty good at multi-voicing." Thank you, I appreciate it.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Alright. There's a lot of case files to go through. Let's Let's do it. Oh, cool. She's got the same kind of like sword that all the marshals have had.
Oh, cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Does make sense, but it's very cool. I appreciate that attention to detail. All right, let's go.
Paradise feels wrong.
Do you really believe Henry did this? Every bit of security breached by a citizen. Every bit of security breached by a citizen.
That Labajiu.
This Labajo isn't a normal citizen. He's possessed by a demon.
Nenorochito.
Of course I did. I believe he did it. He broke free when I was there, and we found him outside the council building.
That's weird.
You don't have any doubts?
Nenorochito.
Are you a stupid nonoschito? Can you think of anyone that has motive for the crime?
Ești pe bune?
Investigator Pebune. Yeah.
That Labajiu.
The Laboziu in the cell did it. Don't waste my time. And now, I will say, I do like how a lot of these voice lines are hitting the words that are non-English, which is a really, like, smart way of, like, baking that into the game, right? They're going to be like, I know you're English-speaking, so you're probably not going to know what's going on. So here's a voice sample of these words. That's really clever. Unfortunately, I'm more curious how she speaks when she is speaking English, because that is most of her dialogue. And she's had a few ones, right? Like the, you know, I'll kill you. But, and also just it's over so fast as well. So when it does come up, I'm like, I didn't catch that. Come again, please. But it's still very good. Like, it's a really good touch that I could see more games adopting.
Sure.
You can't think of anyone else with a motive for killing the council and threatening the entire structure of the syndicate?
I'll kill you.
What do you think? Is that,
Goodbye, Nenorochito.
Okay. What about your motive? Have you got a motive, Akiko?
Ce dracu.
Investigator. Este pebune. I don't have a motive, Nenosito. I'm a soldier. Soldiers have honor and live to serve. Disparidin fata me. I'll assume that's a no then. Alright, what's your alibi? I mean, you were literally here, right? The only person who can corroborate is Henry, I guess. Whose doesn't remember anything for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Tell me about your movements last night. I need your alibi.
Ce?
Have you read my report? Were you listening to what I told you? Esto gluma.
I need to investigate this.
It doesn't include what you did between Henry escaping and being found.
Nenorochito.
I called a witness when it happened. Okay. Check time or inquire about the procedure?
Check the time, yeah.
Well, I mean, I do want to know the time, but I'd like to know more about the procedure, because I, as a player, don't know, really.
Okay.
Why?
Why? Adunate. He oversees the end of an island. He needed to know. Then I ordered my marshals to secure syndicate members. What about the council?
Soldiers of honor.
My best marshals were guarding them. They reported in all clear. But then they were killed.
Do you want to die?
Is this a joke to you, Nenosito? Do you want to die by my hand?
Got it.
What did you do next? I went back to the barracks to organize the search for Henry.
That Labajiu.
I found where he had torn the prison bridge of bars apart to escape. That Labajiu could have been anywhere. The Holy Seal Marshal stopped responding. That's when we found Henry outside the council building.
What time?
What time was this? 03. Yeah, midnight 03. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird when you have something spoken represented by a symbol. Because, you know, numbers are symbols, right? And it's like, okay, what did you actually say, though?
Yeah.
Yes, it's more useful, but I'm reading this. Not everyone would be. Not everyone does it this way. You just be like, okay, cool, 3 o'clock, yeah, great. Or not, 3 after, perfect. And you wouldn't bother needing to figure out what she literally said. That's precise.
Nenorochito.
Being precise is my job. Can anyone corroborate this?
Nenorochito.
The word of the Grand Marshal isn't good enough for you, Nenorcito? think you're right, that it's Cheeto, isn't it? And then Nenor Cheeto? Yeah.
The truth remains obscured.
I'm an investigator. Can't go off your word. Oh,
Whisper.
an investigator can't go off your word. Muse, witness will confirm the phone call. My marshals will confirm the rest.
Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation. So, people on your payroll will corroborate your alibi. Sweet, love it. Investigate phone records.
Crime cannot hide.
Can I see your phone records?
Ich prost.
Ist Prost. My records are classified. You're refusing to give evidence?
Classified.
Classified. Do you think she's actually spelling that out? Do you think she's saying C-L-A-S-S? Do you think she's doing
No,
that?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, she gets cut off. She's saying classified Nenoroshito and she's getting cut off.
Got it.
Classified Nenoroshito? I get it. Question. Alibi contradiction.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where?
What did you say you were when you found witness?
Do you want to die?
You make my life unbearable. Yeah, I'm gonna be smart.
I was born to investigate.
That's an investigator's job. I called him as I left the desolation cell.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Well, I've been able to access your phone records. They say you were elsewhere. Right! So she wouldn't give us the phone records, but we already talked to Witness. And Witness called her, and we were able to access it backwards that way. Because we got
what was where they said the phone workers where she actually was?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I just know why we had the information to act on.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So we can check that later if they don't mention it. They probably will talk about it right here, honestly.
Nenorochito.
The Norochito. Where?
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Why don't you tell me where you really were? I was here.
What?
How did you access that data? Running Witness's phone through a comms tower.
Ich prost.
Ist Prost? You tried to backtrace the position of an encrypted phone through a comms tower? Of course the location is different. The encryption bounces the signal around.
Sure.
I'll take your word for it. It does kind of make sense. Do you know where KHX is? No. He's been missing for several days.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Have you searched for him?
It really wasn't that hard.
What do you think? My marshals conducted a brief search, but we were stretched thin at the end of the island. There are several thousand citizens that need rounding up, taking to the slaughter ritual. Do you have any suspicions about what happened to him? No. If he wants to disappear, then let him.
Sure.
Even though a mass murder happened last night? He didn't do it. Henry did. Of course. I like the subtle differences between those last two sprites. I don't know if you saw that. I should have pointed it out while it was still there.
What's the difference?
Well, it was basically this one was the last frame, but right before she just had slightly more upturned lips. That was the only difference. It was really good.
Nice.
She was like, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I want to read the fanfic where Lady Love Dies meets, we were just talking about last time. Investigator from, Contradiction.
Oh, that.
What's his name again? Jenks?
Jinx, yeah.
Yeah, Inspector Jenks. I think I want to see that. I just want to read that
I don't know what
conversation.
you would say. Just I thought you were gonna say Professor Layton or something. Yeah.
I'm sure
They're
that
really
exists.
good though.
Probably exists. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. I get such Jenks vibes from her. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Most of the time she's really serious, and then just when she starts actually interrogating people, she's just like, "Hey, I'll take your word for it."
But yeah.
Does the doc have a motive for killing the council?
Nenorochito.
I don't have anything to say about the doctor. That was... Oh, right. I forgot about this, because, again, Doom Jazz is who we talked to first. First person we interrogated. And yes, they had a photo of Akiko in their pleasure yacht. I found a photo of you in his boat.
I'll put your head on a spike.
Oh. That was... okay. I had nothing to say, Nenorcito. You do have a history.
Do you want to die?
I said I have nothing to say, Nenorcito.
Yeah, you say it's an unspeakable word, but if you use it so much, it kind of loses its meaning, don't you think?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Did you see the doctor last night? I told you he came to examine Henry after we found the La Bijou.
Got it.
That was after the murder. Did you see him before? No, I was busy. Okay. Did you know about the back door in Doom Jazz's clinic?
Nenorachito, you're out of your mind.
That's Pula. He brought the power grid down a few years ago. What? That Pula. He brought the power grid down a few years ago. When he came back online, that computer blew out. Lost her voice there.
Freak.
Did she just say freak? Just like really, really quietly? He was ordered to get that door fixed, but he never did.
Nanny, the hell?
Sorry, that is... I don't know.
We all have the ones we find really funny.
Yeah.
How did he bring the power? Bring down the power. Power. The reality folding drive kicks out an unfathomable amount of power, but the grid is fragile. Fine balance is maintained. The doctor tapped into the HQ's grid for some tests he was doing that needed extra juice. There are official channels to go through to get extra power, but he doesn't care. When he gets excited about something, the Syndicate moves too slowly for him. When he fired up his equipment, the HQ's grid went down. When it came back up, a number of systems blew out, caused chaos. Why wasn't he forced to get the computer fixed?
Nenorachito.
He has a lot of visitors and likes the secrecy. That Pula wasn't in any rush. He smooth-talked his way out of it. Very cool. That's actually quite interesting. We were like, hey, why would he kill them? And she's like, I'm not going to answer that. And then she's like, here's why, here's maybe.
Yeah.
They work too slow. Which is like very, very flimsy, obviously. But still, that's the kind of stuff we're digging for, right?
Yeah.
Yuri. Did you see Yuri last night?
That's a lie, Nenorachito.
You're making me mad, Norchito. Who cares about his alibi? What his alibi is? The murderer is in this cage. Okay, I'm not gonna get much out of her, am I? Oh, we have a lot of stuff to ask about here, though. Question. First Holy Seal Marshals. What can you tell me about the guards of the First Holy Seal? Soldiers of honor. My two most trusted soldiers.
How?
How did Henry get a jump on two highly ranked marshals? It's easy to judge and mock when you haven't lived through hell, Nenorchito. A demon is a vile foe, unpredictable, frenzied, blood-crazed. My marshals will have fought valiantly, but an unknown foe overcame them. Unknown? Or don't get pissy. So, okay. We were talking about this last time, about, like, what gets censored in this game and what doesn't get censored. And I was thinking it's just a Shinji thing. Right? Shinji, weird demon.
Yeah.
All of his curses have been censored. But in item descriptions, I've seen the word fuck. Like, I have, right?
Yeah.
What is this? Like, is it only when people say it? Is it like, I wouldn't, that doesn't sound too weird to me. Like, I don't like to swear, but I don't mind if I'm reading something.
There's like an outside chance that was just an oversight. But yeah.
Oh, the one time, it's just like they were all supposed to be? Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible. Then there's other words that just like, I don't think ever have been censored, no matter who's saying them. I don't know.
Yeah, I think puzzle is eye on the prize, get the information.
Yeah, I don't need to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unknown. Demons come from all corners of the heavens. It is impossible to know how each acts or fights. This one, it's the same demon who's been in this cell for like 20 years, though, right?
Yeah.
Seems a bit weird. I mean, not that you were fighting him in that cell, but still. Why haven't the bodies of the marshals been cleared away? Judge ordered me to leave them for you to investigate. I protested. They deserve better than to be poked at by someone playing detective. Ooh.
No, I'm actually a detective. Like,
I am a detective. I was born to investigate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what she would say. Can I see your sword?
Ești pe bune?
There had better be a stunning reason why you're asking Nenorchito. Checking a lead or weary whatever.
No, check a lead.
I'm checking a lead. I'm checking a lead about the weapon used to murder the marshals.
Nenorocito, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, I figured I'd get that reaction. Do not disgrace their memory by chasing wild theories.
Don't test me.
Akiko, don't test me.
Ești prost.
Numa contons nibble investigator. I'm sure I butchered that. Here. This sword has seen some use. The blade is nicked. Ooh. A nicked blade is consistent with the neck wounds on the marshal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akiko. I wonder if I said that to her or that's just like internal dialogue.
No, I think she said it's like
she didn't react. That's all, you know.
Well, it's like in the show where the character says stuff, but out loud to herself, but
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Was I saying it to her or was I just saying it right?
I think you're just saying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Question: Henry's knife. Do you think the knife used to kill the first Holy Seal marshals was the one taken by Henry? It's like I'm talking to myself sometimes. Of course I do. Can you describe it? It's a smooth blade. Bladed combat knife. Perfect blade.
The investigator is here.
You're positive about the smoothness of the blade? Yes. Visus... I don't know this one. Christos.
Yeah.
It hadn't been used before now. My old knife became damaged during a training exercise recently. It hadn't been used before now. My old knife became damaged during a training exercise recently. Right, okay, so she had to replace it recently. Interesting. Now, to be fair, we do know that a grate was pried open, so it could have been damaged that night, right?
Yeah.
Totally possible. Yeah. Blood doesn't match. I took a blood sample from the dead marshals. They don't match marshal records.
Rahat!
What rahat is this now?
I don't like this.
I don't think those dead bodies were marshals.
Rahat!
It is total rahat, investigator. Press the samples or anger? What is going on?
Just press. Well, actually, yeah, I think it's both.
I kind of want to, like, yeah, just being like, the samples aren't gonna lie, explain it to me, but actually being like, no. You listen here. You know something. Ugh, I'm gonna push. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. It's funny. Yeah, I think this one is pushing, even though this one is literally called press. Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
What the hell?
It's not, Akiko. Something is wrong here. What the hell is going on?
Nenorocito!
You're the thing that's wrong here, Nenorchito. Swaggering around out of exile, making fantasy out of truth. I'm saying Starlight got it wrong. Your little pocket calculator is wrong. Starlight connects to the central syndicate. It's wrong. Okay.
It's not very convincing, Akiko.
It's not very, and I feel like I wouldn't have got any different information if I'd said the other thing, right? Like,
yeah.
She'd just been like, "You're wrong," and it would have been less poking at it.
We're worth a shot at it.
Look, people that don't cooperate with me get on my nerves. All right.
Yeah.
Investigate. Why wasn't the maintenance grate checked before the council entered the building? It was several days ago. It's since been tampered with and your marshals didn't catch it. It's a security breach on your watch. I'll look into it. A little late now. Okay. Let's ask her stuff she's already answered and have her be mad about having to repeat herself.
I mean, the more we poke.
Yep. How did Henry manage to escape? I thought I gave you my report. I must have been dreaming. Or hallucinating.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, I get it. How did the bars of the bridge get broken? Henry broke through them. Did he? Or press how?
Press how, because we have information about how, and it's a chance for to contradict.
I'll catch you in a contradiction.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you. How does citizen break through the bars?
Rahat.
The strength of a demon. Use your head.
Ah,
Starlight's analysis of the residue on the bars says that it was explosives. Starlight is wrong. Your little machine is trying to analyze something demonic, doing the best it can. That's, like, actually kind of a reasonable response.
Well, but no, it didn't say this found anything unknown. Like,
right,
it seems,
but that's true. It said it didn't find anything unknown. But it does make you wonder if there is something that a demon can do that is chemically similar, right? Like, what is really the difference between thermite and demonic energy? I don't know.
She's not an idiot. She's going to give reasonable responses. But
No, you're right.
Yeah.
But, like, it's something to consider.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it does make you wonder, like, is Starlight actually impartial? We assume it is because it is a tool. It is like a machine. But we don't know, right? It was a computer given to us by Judge, right? Like, it might not be impartial.
Like, the thing of impartiality.
Right? We're also assuming that Judge is impartial. That is true.
I guess
right?
Good point, yeah.
It's interesting. I don't think... I believe that Starlight's impartial, but I think it's interesting that we do assume that, right? We can't really know anything for certain.
Well, yeah.
Unless we see it.
Yeah, we have to go by what we see, yeah.
Yeah, well... Gonna take that so far before you end up somewhere you don't mean to be. That fell apart. Sorry. Let's continue. Inhibitors. How did Henry escape if he was sedated? The Labarjure played us. The inhibitors needed to be stronger. The report says they were the correct dosage.
Do you want to die?
What did the demon trick us, though? If the demon could slow Henry's body down, the dosage of inhibitors needed would be lower. The demon maintains this act, and then, when the time comes, he drops the pretense and makes his move. That's, like, actually pretty good analysis. Like, that makes sense, right? We're not gonna overkill, we're gonna use what is appropriate, and if a demon can modify what we perceive as appropriate...
Yeah.
I mean, how often do they have to contain a demon, right? They might not... And this is speculation, because if this was a known thing, then it wouldn't have gone wrong. But I could totally imagine that being true, and we just didn't know till now, because how often do we have to contain a demon, right?
Yeah.
Is that likely? As likely as anything, Nenrashito. Not that it matters. It is what happened. It's an interesting perspective. Like, I'm kind of interested in Akiko's character, right? Like, she has this presentation of, like, what happened is more important than what makes sense, right?
I mean,
this is what I saw, and therefore it is true, and I'm not going to give you any reason of why.
Yeah, but also, I feel like she's using it as the font.
Oh, yeah, I mean, she could totally be culpable, and, like, she's covering herself by being vague, but it is totally a, like, reasonable perspective to take, and it makes her character kind of interesting, if we assume that she's telling us the truth. If we assume that she's lying to us, then it's less interesting, because then it's just a cover, and it's not actually telling us anything about the character. Yeah. Procedure. Why were you on your own when Henry escaped? It was just one Pula prisoner. That was supposed to be sedated. Arrogant or marshals? Yeah, I would say, well, if it was just one, why didn't you send the marshals? That's what I assume this question is.
Yeah.
Why not take a squad of marshals, just to be sure?
Rahat.
I'll admit hubris. My marshals did not come to the next island with us. Oh, my marshals do not come to the next island with us. They engaged in their final prayers. I wanted them to have one last moment of happiness before being wiped out. That's kind of cool. I don't know why. I guess the marshals are, like, technically citizens, right? They're, like, citizen military. So. I could imagine that. So they don't come to the next island.
I guess so. They're not
part
slaughtered
of like anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. That's cool. Cool seeing a bit of a humanity from her. For whatever that's worth in this ridiculous world. Oh, it was breaking of procedure. That wasn't clear to me. In her report, Akiko notes that she broke procedure in going to execute Henry on her own. Soldiers aren't supposed to know happiness when duty has to be done. Carmelina's alibi. Did you see the architect last night?
You need to back off.
You should ask her, Nenosito. I'm not her babysitter. Yeah, these are always real fast. Did you see Crimson last night?
Nenorochito.
I don't know if you realize this, Nenorchito, but I had my hands full last night. I don't know where Crimson was. Go ask her. I'm looking for you to corroborate an alibi. Chill out. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? I had my hands full last night, Nenorchito. I wasn't keeping tabs on the happy couple. Did you see Witness to the End last night? He was at his apartment. My marshal secured him when Henry escaped. Go ask him about it. I was wondering if she was going to say anything more about that. And the second Holy Seal, the one we've all been waiting for. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? I know the Labargio in the cell got through it and killed the council.
Touch Dracului din gură.
I also know you're wasting time and not executing him.
We're immortal, we have all time in the world, come on.
Do we? Alright, let's hang out. That's always so funny.
Yeah, sure,
I'm gonna grill you over the coals and let's hang out now. Hey.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Got a minute, Akiko.
The hut.
You're going to die. Humor me.
Freak.
Having fun playing detective? Correct her wearily or antagonize her with a joke?
I think the joke is more effective here.
Right, weary being like, I am a detective. Is that what you're thinking?
You know, where he's like, shut up. I'm a detective. Shut up.
I'm a real detective. Come on.
Yeah.
Having fun playing soldier? Oh, that wasn't smart. Oops, that was the wrong choice.
No, that was the right choice. No, give her a taste.
I guess.
Do you want to die?
I'll cut you from head to crotch, Nenorchito.
Sure.
Violence doesn't solve everything, Akiko.
Mister.
It would in this case. Hurry up and get this investigation done. I'm waiting for you to tell me what I already know. Infuriate, contradict Akiko, or skeptical question.
Let me be skeptical.
Yeah.
What?
But you already know.
That Labargio.
That Labargio in the cage. He needed a bullet between the eyes.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard that one before.
Wow, bringing the catchphrase now.
Heck yeah. I mean, this might have been the first conversation we had.
Like, yeah, true, yeah, true.
Like, people kept telling us, like, hey, you should probably get the report from Akiko. Like, we got told that a lot.
Yeah, do that, yeah.
That hasn't been proven yet.
I was born to investigate.
An investigator needs to soak in the facts, breathe in the evidence, savor the test.
Touch Dracului din gură.
Tashi Draculi din gură. I don't care.
This has been delightful.
Thanks, Akiko. This has been delightful. Ding!
Oh, I wonder if we will get to hang out with Henry.
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, hanging out is just like chatting about not the case, right?
Yeah.
May your night be bright, and may you reach the moon.
Yeah, I'll get the hell out of here.
Alright.
Sure.
This is where Henry started from, according to Akiko. She claims he broke free at 2352 and was found at 3. Starlight can crunch the numbers. Beep, 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 beep. The distance and times don't match up. He couldn't have broken free, made it to the penthouse, breached all 4 seals, killed the council, and have gotten back to the penthouse entrance to be found in the time Akiko claims. I mean, yeah, I guessed, but I'm glad I have computer backing me up.
That's 11 minutes. Like,
it seemed impossible. Then again, demon possession. Body was exhausted because it was being pushed further than human limits. Yeah, it maybe it's possible. Yeah. I don't know what a demon can do. We've seen Shinji everywhere simultaneously. Now, to be fair, this is not a demon. This is a human being possessed by a demon, so who knows? But I don't know, maybe the demon jumped out of their body, killed somebody, and jumped back in. Don't they say they need a body to actually, like, do stuff, though? Like Shinji couldn't kill people because he doesn't have a body. Is that correct?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I think that's something that they've said, yeah.
Tricky.
Impossible time frame. Okay. Hey, Henry! Let me see if I can get, like... Oh, no, I don't think I can get in there. Well, let me just stand up proper. Yeah, Henry!
Facing my tie.
Past... I wish I read that. I don't... Give me a sound clip, come on! Alright. Who the f are you? Henry Division, the prime suspect. A citizen born to Garina Division 27 years ago, father unknown, arrested multiple times by the marshals for assault, robbery, arson, and torture, imprisoned in the desolation cell after killing his mother during the possession 10 years ago. Intellectual and creative, but finds it difficult to apply himself. He's struggled through his schoolwork until he became aware of demonology and suddenly developed an interest in occult mathematics. Nice. Gotta love occult mathematics.
It's always the mathematicians.
I said, who the f are you? No, it's supposed to be a beep, isn't it? I said, who the f are you? Does that work? Does that land?
Basically.
Okay. An investigator. Or
polite.
Very.
Everyone is gonna be like addictive, so like being polite might.
Yeah. I do love that they tell me like what the intent here is, right? Because neither of these are necessarily more polite than the other.
Yeah.
As far as our preview text goes.
Got it.
Yeah.
An investigator, I want to ask you some questions about last night.
Wanna have a nice little chat?
Okay, let's have a chat. A talk. A nice sit down. Okay, no, I like this voice. This voice is fun.
The investigator is here.
Let's start with your history. You're a citizen born on the island 27 years ago. No one knows who your father is. That's weird, isn't it, investigator? You syndicate control this whole island, but you don't know who fucked my mom? No DNA check? No nothing?
Yeah, that's weird, yeah.
You've been in and out of the Marshall Detention Center more times than anyone else.
Is this a fact?
Fighting,
or truth?
Robbery, arson, torture, and then finally, you got locked up when you were possessed by a demon and killed your mother.
Don't test me.
You broke the law, started communicating with the gods.
Is this a fact?
An
or
act,
truth?
An act forbidden because the psychic pathways opened allowed demons, other alien races, to enter our reality and corrupt the island. I grew up without a dad on a synthetic island in a different reality, forced to worship gods that want to rule the world. I needed something to do. And some fucking kid started giving me books on demonology. Said I was gifted said I was a gifted astral communicator or some shit.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
You don't know who it was? Are you fucking deaf? Sounds like I need to look into this.
The demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing.
Oh, are you talking to a demon now? Sounds like you need to look into this.
Got it.
I'm gonna need a drink after this. I'm going to...
Crime cannot hide.
Stop it.
Sure.
You couldn't handle communicating with cosmic beings, and the demon possessed you. Cosmic radiation poured out of you, and now we have the dead zone. Demon possessed you, killed your mother, and Grace Bloodlines, our chief exorcist. Oh, and you killed your mother and Grace Bloodlines, okay. Good. Whatever you fucking say. No memory or sympathetic. You're a victim.
Let's be sympathetic.
Let's be sympathetic. I understand this is hard. You're the victim of possession.
I'm shocked. Stunned.
The fuck do you understand? I don't even know you. What do you know about demons?
I don't like this.
I used to be the head of the Paradise Psycho Unit. My investigations touched on gods and demons. Used to be? I let a god get into my head. He almost wiped the islands out. I was exiled. Poetic. Too two lawbreakers. What could go wrong? Are we going to fucking get down to some actual questioning, or what?
Yeah, let's go.
The investigator is here.
Before that, tell me about the demon inside you. I've had 10 years of this fucking thing writhing around inside me. Glass shards in my bones, blood boiling, flesh on fire. It's been a real fucking party. How does the demon make you act? My body used to be real petty. What?
Pretty.
That makes way more sense. My body used to be real pretty. Now look at me. I'm a gray husk covered in demonic shit. These sigils constantly cook my flesh. 10 years of the stench of my own flesh being seared. That does sound pretty awful.
Yeah.
I'd say it's had a pretty negative impact on my outlook and behavior. You got any fucking questions or what? New case file. An investigation into the heart of madness begins. Lady Lovedies must find the facts and assemble the truth. The road to her truth will be a long one. The journey will be hard. The light of her truth glows dimly, but with facts, it will shine bright. Henry's demonic possession. A decade ago, Henry became possessed by a demon, killing his mother and allowing demonic corruption to spill out into the world. The area around his apartment was sealed off and became the dead zone. During his arrest, he killed the Syndicate's exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. For the last 10 years, he's been contained and sedated in the Desolation Cell with inhibitors. Cool.
So I hang out?
Yes, we get to hang out.
Nice.
Alright. Let's go. What's your motive for killing the council? Is that a joke, investigator? You syndicate fox dragged us citizens from the real world onto your shithole island and treat us like cattle.
The demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing.
We worship your gods while you leech our psychic energy. I hate you. I hate the syndicate. I hate your council. That's my motive. I don't know about anyone else, especially all you syndicate fox.
Sure.
What about the demon inside you?
I spent my entire life adrift.
I can feel it on the edge of my consciousness all the time. Shadows on the periphery of my vision.
Don't test me.
Did it make you kill? This demon is pure rage. White hot, scalding rage has burned my mind for a decade. The demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing.
I mean, we're doing that, but yeah.
I'd do anything to placate him. So it's less of a, hey, the demon's making me do a thing, and more, I am incentivized to do what the demon wants.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you do it?
Where were you on that murder? Oh, I was doing the murder.
Yeah, this is the classic, like, do you plead innocent or guilty? I plead guilty. Case closed. Let's get out of here. Let's go have lunch.
Yeah.
Did you kill the council and the martial guards?
The demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing.
I don't remember. I've been told I killed them. Maybe I did. Yeah, sounds about right. My memory is fleeting, like mirages in the desert that disappear when I get close. Ooh, that's oddly poetic.
Yeah.
Like Shinji. Maybe demons are poetic. Do you remember anything about the night? New night. What does that mean?
What the hell?
New Night, the warrior goddess. Oh, right! Yes! Akiko was born under New Night. That was a thing that we learned. I completely forgot. Well, I guess not really. Here I am remembering it. My mind is like a desert covered in a fog. I can see things coming out of the fog, and sometimes I can walk towards them and latch on. My memory about last night is different. There's nothing there. No fog, no desert, just an expanse. Except I can see New night.
Got it.
Did someone say new night to you last night? No. I don't know. Maybe. I think I saw the goddess. You saw a goddess? Was this before or after you were found by the marshals? I don't know, investigator. Why don't you go and find out instead of making me do your job?
This is my job.
This island has a lot of statues of the god. I need to find the statue of New Night. She's the goddess of warriors. The barracks may be a good place to start. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a statue of New Night before.
Yeah.
Which is cool, because if we've seen a million of them, that doesn't tell us anything. But if maybe he did see a statue.
So it's 6:30 right now. I have somewhere to be at 7. I should have told you. So
dang, it's 6:30 already. Wow, I did not realize.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess that's all the time we have for. We'll have to remember to continue where we left off next time.
Yeah, we'll be on this island. So there's a safe spot right here.
Oh, totally. It's the first time we've like stopped mid-conversation with somebody.
Yeah,
but no, you're totally right. I completely lost track of time. Oh no! I'm glad you told me because I want to stick to my schedule, right?
Yeah, true. Also, it adds stuff. Yeah.
There it is. So very good. Let's just save that game. Yes. Very, very good.
Game saved.
Game saved. Ah, look at this beautiful thing. Well, that is all time we have for today. This has been Paradise Killer. I almost said Paradise Island, which is sort of correct, but not the name of it. Next time we're going to pick up where we left off, finish our interrogation with Henry Division, and of course, get to hang out with him too.
Yeah.
That's nice. He seems like a right chap who's been through kind of the worst.
No, I feel more sympathetic to him than all these other jerks.
Yeah. I mean, some people haven't, like, showed themselves to be bad in any way. They're just privileged. Right? Like, Doctor is just like, I'm just a friendly guy! But also, I'm, like, rich and stuff, and everyone else is poor. Because that's the syndicate for you, right? But other than that, hasn't been like a jerk to us. They've been very forthcoming, actually. Anyway.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everyone. I have been Darcy Bits. With me has been B. This has been Paradise Killer. I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Good night.
Cool.